Let's prepare ourselves for a journey. Begin by relaxing your body. Feel free to do gentle head circles, shrug and drop your shoulders, or move however you need to. Notice your breath. Allow your exhaled breath to carry away any tightness or stiffness, and relax into the rhythm of your natural breathing. Now, fill your lungs completely and allow them to empty completely. Good. Now, take 2 more cleansing breaths. When you've emptied your lungs completely, return to the natural, easy flow of air in and out of your lungs. Feel how gravity pulls your tailbone toward the warm, pulsating golden sphere of light at the center of the earth. You will be held safely as your spirit travels on this night of longest darkness. Picture yourself waking up before dawn in a mountain cabin where you've come for a solitary solstice retreat. You climb out from under your cozy comforter to confront the chilly morning air. You've been sleeping in thermals, and now you quickly pull a pair of sweatpants and a warm sweatshirt over them. Now you put comfy socks and snow boots on your feet and throw on a puffy ski jacket. Reaching into your pocket for your knitted cap, you find it gone. Glancing around the room to see where you might have left it, you notice a fleece throw draped across the foot of the bed. You're eager to get out the door and climb the hill before sunrise. So instead of taking time to search for your cap, you grab a blanket, put it over your head, and wrap it around you. Ready to greet the elements, you open the door of the cabin, walk through it, and head out the door. The waxing crescent moon set hours ago, and the sky is very dark. You feel your way through the darkness to the trail up the hill. Your eyes are adjusting, and the pathway up is covered in white, sandy soil. You hear it crunch beneath your feet as you begin to make your way up. You can feel the cool breeze chilling your nose, and you smell the growth and decay of vegetation around you. The pre-dawn quiet is so heavy that you can hear the slightest breeze rustling the trees. As you climb, the exertion warms you from the inside out. Your heart is racing, and you feel as if beads of sweat are forming on your brow. After preparing so carefully for the cold, you're surprised to find yourself too warm. So you decide to lose the jacket. Drop the blanket momentarily, and as you unzip your jacket, an unpleasant memory comes. It brings sorrow, guilt maybe, even shame, as you recall a time when your actions, your words, or both came from your own pain. A time when your behavior contrasted with everything for which you stand. Take your jacket off and drop it alongside the trail. The blanket will keep you warm while not hugging your body so tightly, and you wrap yourself back up. The memory remains with you as you resume your climb. At first, you resist these thoughts, but they persist. And you find that here, in the silence and clarity of the solstice morning, you are able to face them, to let them be, to have compassion for your human frailty. You continue crunching your way up the path, but soon the exertion of climbing leads you to shed another garment. Your sweatshirt feels heavy and oppressive, and as you slip it off over your head, another memory comes of another time when you responded from your habits and your conditioning. The pattern continues. It feels as if you are releasing parts of yourself, parts that you would like to keep rooted and that want to keep you in ways of being, ways of seeing the world that don't serve you. With each occurrence, your capacity to accept yourself grows, and you find that you are able to release your own self-judgment along with your clothing. Each time you feel compelled to let go of a garment, you wrap yourself in the blanket yet again, clinging to it as your only protection from the elements. When the boots and shoes come off, you find that it feels wonderful to walk barefoot on the earth. You find yourself on the steepest part of the climb just before you reach the summit. You can see that the sky is beginning to grow lighter, and you push on to get there on time. You feel an irresistible urge to take off your thermals and finish the climb naked under your blanket. No one is around, and it's still quite dark, so you go for it. More memories, more acceptance, and now you are able to see your actions through the eyes of the observer. Judgment and attachment take back seats, and you have never felt freer. As you near the crest of the hill, you see that it has been fenced off by a tall wrought iron fence, and you encounter a gate. You can see the path continue on the other side, but you can't see a latch. As you stand there, trying to figure out how to get through, the thought occurs to you, as if someone had whispered it silently, that you must take off even the blanket and enter naked, sky-clad. You don't want to. You've surrendered everything else, and this is the only thing you've hung on to through the whole climb. But the thought won't leave you. So with a sigh, you drop the blanket just to see what will happen. The gate opens. You pick up the blanket and the gate begins to close. So you quickly respond by dropping it. The opening swings wide. So you enter the last few yards of the climb, thinking, this is how I was born, naked and alone. And you realize that this is how you must be reborn. As you reach the summit, you find a bench placed in the perfect east-facing spot. Feel it with your hand. It's dry and not too cold. So you sit there, grateful for the perfect spot from which to watch the first sunrise of the light half of the year. Your shadow memories have caused you to long for your own rebirth, so you can grow in light, along with the year. The sky in the east has already turned from black to purple. Now you can see the horizon framed in an orange glow. A vision comes to you. You are a seed held lovingly in the soil. Within you is the light of the very sun you await. Its glow is growing, turning the clouds pink. Meanwhile, you, as a seed, feel yourself surrounded by the nutrients to feed you. Feel the sleeping particle of sunshine hidden within. As the physical sun peeks over the horizon, your internal sun echoes the light. As above, so below. As within, so without. You feel the light within you spark to life and ignite your growth. You put out tiny tendrils to absorb the nutrients of the soil holding you, knowing that every experience of your life becomes the ground, fertilizing your development. You experience complete acceptance for all that you have been. You're at peace with your past and release it. You embrace all that you might be in the future, but you remain rooted in the now. The sun's orb emerges and the light grows within and without. It's time to put your clothes on and get back to your cabin. So, with some reluctance, you stand and make your way back. You pick up your blanket at the iron gate and it clangs shut behind you. You continue dressing yourself in your discards as you descend. The peace and joy that you found on the hilltop linger in your heart and mind as you walk back to your cabin, up the steps of the porch, and into the door. The days will grow now as light overtakes darkness, and you give thanks for the growing light in your own being as well. Now, our journey has ended. It's time for you to bring your consciousness back to your body. As you return, keep what feeds you and let go of what doesn't. Feel yourself breathing. Move your body. Wiggle a toe, a finger, whatever. Allow your eyes to open as they will. Return to your own physical space. Return to your waking life.